All right, so let's get into the first lesson. So in piano, we use the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up to G, no H. So once you get to H, you start over to A. And so the easiest way to sort of find the notes is to find a group of 2 black notes, not 3. So a group of 2, like these would be a group of 2. Go to the left, and that would be the letter C. So there's a C note here. Over here, that wouldn't be one because that's a group of 3 black notes. You want a group of 2. So a group of 2 black notes to the left is C. If we keep going up, there's another group of 2 right there. If we keep going up, not these, because remember these are a group of 3, we want to find a group of 2 black notes together. Here's a group of 2 to the left, that's C. And we can find out the other notes by just counting up, like the alphabet. So we find our group of 2 black notes, and we go to the left, there's C, and in the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now remember I said there's no H in piano, so we're going to go back to A, B, C, and we can double check ourselves if this is C because there should be 2 black notes, and to the left is C, and we're right. And as you can see, it's kind of, the keyboard is broken up into regions, and they kind of repeat themselves. All right. Now you might be wondering, cool, now I know all the names of the white notes, but what about the black notes? And so the black notes have 2 names. The 2 names are sharps or flats, and that just depends on what direction you're going, and I'm going to explain that right now. So for example, here's our 2 black notes. So we know if we go to the left, that's C. If we go up, in music we use a term called a half step or a semitone. I'll use the term half step. If we go up a half step, that's C sharp. If you're going to the right of the note, it turns it into a sharp. Now, if this is A, B, C, D, if this is D, and we go to the left, then we call it a flat. So this is D flat. So all these black notes have 2 names. They have a sharp name and a flat name. Let's see if we can figure out this one here. This one's a little tricky, right? So we have to find our home base, which is C, so 2 black notes to the left. And if we count up A, B, C, D, E, F, and we're going to the right, because going to the right means it's sharp, so this is F sharp. All right? Or there's another name for it, right? Because for every sharp, there's a flat name for it. So this can also be 2 black notes to the left is C, C, D, E, F, G, G, flat. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a couple notes here. Initially, we're just going to go over the white notes, and then towards the end, we'll start doing some sharps and flats. But what I want you to do is to pause the video right when I play a note, and you try to figure out what note it is, and then resume the video, and then we'll see if you're correct. So let's do this one up here. Okay, so we need to find our home base here, which is 2 black notes. Okay, these are 3, we need 2 right next to each other. 2 black notes that are right next to each other. And you can kind of see it's divided, right? There's 2 white notes in between. So that's a group of 2. This is a group of 3 because there's only 1 in between. Here there's 2 in between. Here's a group of 2. Here's C. And we just count up, sort of singing the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If you said H, you're not right. This one's A, right? Because there's no H in piano. So C, D, E, F, G. No H, we start over. So this one is A. Let's do another one. What about this guy here? Okay. Hopefully you paused the video and you took some time to count up. So let's find our home bass, a group of 2 black notes. This is a group of 3. We want a group of 2. So that's C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, right? There's no H. A, B. If you said B, you're absolutely correct. All right, now let's try a sharp note. So I want you to give me the sharp name of this note. This guy up here. All right, so this is kind of easy, right? So we got our 2 block notes. So here's C, because 2 block notes to the left is C, A, B, C, D, and we're going to the right. So going to the right means that it's sharp. So this is D sharp. All right, let's do one more sharp. What about this one here? Okay, let's find our 2 black notes. To the left is C, A, B, C, D, E, F, sharp. So this is F sharp, all right? So now let's find 2 black notes. So here's the first one. Tell me what this note here is. Okay. So let's find our 2 black notes. And so this one's C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, flat. So this one is A flat. You could also count backwards, right? So find 2 black notes. To the left is C. 1 letter before C is B. 1 letter before B is A. So A flat. All right, let's do one last one. Let's do a high one up here. What about this guy? Okay, so let's see. Find our home bass. 2 block notes to the left is C. C, D, E, F, G, and then we're gonna go down a half step. Remember that term. It's just the note right below it or right above it, but we're going a half step down. So this is G flat.